Hello, detectives. Here we are in our two-step equation lesson. After this, you should be able to solve two-step equations, and you have all of the knowledge you need. It's just now applying it to a new situation. So what I want you to think about first, thinking guy, is the ultimate goal in solving an equation. What is the ultimate goal when solving an equation? What is your job, detective? Your job is to solve for the variable. So find out what is the variable equal to, and then figuring out that it works. Remember that a solution is the number that makes sentence true, meaning equal. So how can knowing how to solve a one-step equation help you know how to solve a two-step equation? Okay, if I know that I do the inverse, by adding 4 here, and I know the inverse here would be to divide by 2, then what would I do here when there's multiplication and subtraction? Okay? Think about what you might do in that situation. Here are your steps, and I believe this should say two-step. Sorry about that. First, again, you're going to write the equation. You're going to draw your slide or train tracks. Your job is to isolate the variable. This time, though, there might be 2 steps involved. Okay? So first, use the inverse operation to remove the constant from the variable. So remembering, in an equation, you have constants and you have coefficients. Your constant is the number here that stays the same, that's not attached to the variable. So we undo that with addition or subtraction. So in this case, we would add 5 back on. Then we continue to isolate the variable by doing the inverse operation to remove the coefficient from the variable. So after we move that over, we would have 3x equals 18. We're back to a one-step. We undo multiplication with division and we divide by 3. Okay, so that's us solving for the variable. And then again, we'd plug x back in to check our solution. So these are your steps. You can do it. Let's try some. So I'm going to start with my train tracks. And then I just stop and I read to myself. I say, what is happening to the variable? Because that's the goal. So I see that my variable is being multiplied by 2 and then adding 3. Notice I'm going forwards with my order of operations when I think about what happened had the variable been in place. So to undo, I work backwards. If the last thing done was adding, that's the first thing I undo with subtracting. 3 minus 3 is 0. Some of you like to do that, to see 0. So I'm left with 2x is 6. Well, now, so before 3 was added, we had 2x equals 6. That was after x was multiplied by 2, so we undo that by dividing by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. I'm left with 1 single x. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Checking my solution, normally I'd be working down. I don't have space here, so I'm going to plug it back in. 2 times my value of x plus 3 should equal 9. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 9 equals 9. All right, here's some for you to try. And just so that last one to be clear, this is your solution. 9 equals 9 is proving that it works. This is your solution, the variable equals. Try some. Feel free to pause when you feel ready, or watch me do one, then pause. Follow your own learning here. Train tracks. X seems to be multiplied by 2, then added 4. Since 4 was the last thing done, I'm going to take 4 back. And so I get 2x is equal to 6. It's kind of the same question. Divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Plug it back in to check. Important part, because you make simple mistakes. 2 times 3 plus 4 should equal 10. Notice forward operations. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 4 should equal 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. So my solution is correct. Train tracks here. X is being multiplied by 3, then adding 1. Undo by taking that 1 back. So I have 3x is equal to 6. Undo that multiplication with division. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Plug it back in to check to the original. 3 times 2 plus 1 equals 7. Multiplication first, 6 plus 1 should equal 7. 7 equals 7. All right, notice this is a little flipped around. That's okay. I'm still looking at x, what's happening. Order of operations says multiplication happened first, then 2 is added. So I work backwards, and I take 2 away. 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 away from the other side. 5 minus 2 is 3. Undo multiplication with division. 3 divided by 3 is 1 equals x. Plug it in to check. 5 is 2 plus 3 times the number 1. 5 is 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. So my solution, x equals 1, is true. I write my variable first. Keep working at it. So again, remember, study tip, order of operations. You go forward when you'd plug it in, so you'd work backwards to solve, reverse order. So your train tracks, x was multiplied by 3, then added 2, so I subtract 2. Before the 2 was added, I had 3x equals 21. Divide by 3, x equals 7. Plug it in to check. 3 times 7 plus 2 should equal 23. 21 plus 2 should equal 23. And 23 does equal 23. 7 worked. All right, good place for you to try. Notice there's a negative here, so we got to think about our integer rules. Y was being multiplied by negative 2, then we took 7 away. So let's put that 7 back for 0. So we have negative 2y. Before we took that 7 away, we had 10. So let's undo that multiplying of negative 2 by dividing by negative 2. Negative 2 over negative 2 is 1. 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. Let's plug our answer in to check into the original. So negative 2 times our y value of negative 5 minus that 7 should equal 3. Forward order of operations now. Multiplication first. Negative times negative is positive. 10 minus 7 is 3. 3 equals 3. So our solution works. Couple more. You guys are doing an awesome job. Train tracks. That wasn't very good. Redo. Shaky hands. R is multiplied by 5, then added 4. So we're going to take that 4 away. Remember your integer rules. So I have 5r equals, remember to add the opposite, negative and negative, getting more negative. Divide by 5, undo that multiplication. R equals, negative divided by positive is a negative 3. Plug it into check again. I would normally work down, but I'm going to move over. 4 plus 5 times that value of r should equal negative 11. 4 plus that negative 15 should equal negative 11. Here's where you actually have to do the math and don't just assume. I have more negatives than positives. 15 is 11 more than 4, so my solution works. Try these ones. Again, I think I would encourage you to try them and then check in, or at least watch one, then try 2. Be brave, be confident. X is multiplied by 4, then added 5. Undo by taking that 5 away. So we have 4x is equal to 8. Undo that multiplication by division. X should be 2. Plug it in to check. 4 times 2 plus 5 should equal 13. 8 plus 5 is 13. Undo the last thing done, which was adding, by subtracting. 8y equals, we're going to borrow 6 and 11, so we get 56. Undo multiplication with division. Y is equal to 7. Remember, you should not be chasing me. You should have done this and be checking, or you're doing it watching and then you can write down. Plug it in. 8 times 7 plus 15 should equal 71. 56 plus 15. To actually do the math, 5 and 1, 11 plus 10. It works, so my solution's correct. Train tracks. N was multiplied by -3, then we took 8, so let's put that 8 back. -8 plus 8 is 0. So we bring down our -3, n equals 15 divided by -3. -3 divided by -3 is 1. Positive 15 divided by -3 is -5. Plug it in. -3 times n, which is -5, minus 8, should equal 7. Positive 15 minus 8 should equal 7. 7 equals 7. You're doing it. Very last one, just the key concept to remember and some more for good measure. You undo addition and subtraction first, then you undo multiplication and division. So reverse PEMDAS. Try these last 3 just to make sure you got it, and then you're done. S was multiplied by -5, added 8. So I take away 8. It's very rhythmic. -5s, remember to add the opposite, is equal to a -10. Divide by -5. S is equal to a +2. Plug it in to check. -5 times 2 plus 8 should equal -2. -10 plus 8 should equal -2. More negatives than positives. 10 is 2 more than 8, so it works. Train tracks. Y was multiplied by 2, added 1. Take 1 away. Add the opposite if you must. So I get 2y equals -4. Divide by 2, y equals -2. Plug it back into check. I'm going to get through this one for you. Notice it's a -2, so I'm adding a -2. So we want to undo by subtracting a -2, which is really like adding 2, because -2 plus 2 would be 0. Kind of tricky there, but walk yourself through it, talk through it. 6w equals 12. Divide by 6. W equals 2. Plug it in to check, of course. You did it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 steps equations. They're awesome. So we can get to bigger, better things. See you soon.